Hello everybody and welcome on board this 1999 Skilso 975 Arctic for a look around her cockpit and interior in glorious virtual reality. So what does that mean to you? Well, that means you can swipe your screen or click your screen and drag up, down, left and right, and you can look where you like, when you like, and we hope that this great idea will allow you to feel what it's like to be on this boat without actually being here. How cool is that? So do excuse the odd dab, it's very, very hot down here, or in here. It's a lovely sunny day in Brighton. But yeah, some people do feel a little sensitive to the movement of the camera. If that may be you, I'll let you know when I'm going to move the camera so you can avert your eyes. And then when the camera is safely back down again, I will let you know so you can revert back to the tour with me. But let's hope that doesn't happen. So, here we go. We're in the cockpit. We've got a lovely big tent above us. That gives us the protection from the wind and the sun and the rain, etc. If we want it, we can alight the boat through the companionway here. Really lovely to get in and out of a very, very heavy lid there, or back door, or whatever you'd like to call it, companionway. But once it's, and that's great because that means it's well made. And once we are open, we can get in and out nice and easily. Just a little hop onto the jetty, as long as you've tied her up right. And yeah, nice swim platform out there, plenty of stowage, etc, etc. Now as we go around this boat, I will probably tell you how great the woodwork looks, how nice the upholstery looks. I'll try not to do that more than once, but please excuse me if I do, because this is a lovely, lovely boat. She's been very well looked after. Now you're in the cockpit. If we lift these two lids here, which are on gas struts, again very heavy, but very solid and reassuring. Underneath there we'll find the back end of the engines, we'll find the stern glands, the shafts, the batteries, tanks, cabin heating, steering gear, emergency steering, and the calorifier, various other bits and pieces as well, but also oodles of space. There's room down there for proper suitcases even, and there are even nice straps everywhere to actually strap them down, which is amazing. We have cupboards in the after bulkhead. This one is a gas locker. We have cupboards in the port and starboard bulkhead, mainly for things like cleaning gear, etc. 3 bilge pump operating positions, the short supply incomer, and really pleasing to note that we have nice grab rails everywhere, so if we're in the weather a bit, we can hold on. And if we're heading out onto the side deck, we can roll this side up. We've got something to hang on to here where we can transfer onto the grab rail outside as well. So great thought has been put into this boat. Very, very nice. And the companionway itself, well, we have sliding doors here. If I can just manage to do it, there we go. Lovely. Really nice and easy, and as you can see, these do have a tendency to move when they're not held in place, which I'll tell you about in a moment. But once we're closed, the door's not in the way. Once we're open, the door's not in the way either, because we just lock it in place. That won't go anywhere now, so that's how I should have left it before. My bad. But yeah, really, really lovely, and very nice and easy to get through, which we'll do with you now. So let's pick you up, and I'll place you right there in the centre of the saloon section. And as you can see on the left hand side here, the port side, we've got the galley, we have a sink, we have a two-burner stove there with a lid on top. So we have chopping area here, lovely cooker down below here. And if I didn't know they weren't new, I think they probably would look new. We have a cupboard here with the breakers in, set of nice drawers here, cupboards underneath the helm seat there, which we'll look at in a moment. But very, very nice area. Easy to get through. There we go, straight down the companionway, nice and wide. There's no compromise here. Windows absolutely everywhere, you can see. We've got curtains for them all. They're all matching, as the ones down below are as well. Absolutely lovely. Really nice upholstery. Oh, the wood, I will keep mentioning the wood. Absolutely fantastic. We have covers for the entire set of windows out here, so we can black those out if we want to, or if you want to protect the inside furnishings from the sun. And we have 2 gargantuan hatches up here, which open up to allow for light and air in, as do these 2 windows here. So that's what's so light and airy in here. It's lovely. We have 2 covers for those as well, if you want to black out there too. But in the saloon area itself, you can see that we've got seating here. Nice sized saloon table, very comfortable. All the cushions on this boat are really, really lovely and thick. We have a fridge under here, which you probably can't see. I'll open it up anyway. There's a fridge lid, and when we close it, so we've got a resounding clunk sound from the plunger that keeps it closed at sea, which is brilliant. And more storage like that there. And if I want to convert the helm seat, here we go. All we need to do is just switch this over, and we have a U-shaped seating area. Plenty more room for the family and friends to sit and eat their dinner. And this mechanism, really love it. I could stand here all day. Very solid, very reassuring, single-handed operation. Been really well thought about, really well designed, as has the rest of this boat. Very impressed indeed. Okay, let's pick you up and I'm going to put you at a slightly wonky angle here. Hopefully the camera won't fall over. And as you can see, we've got over here, we've got the first mate's position. This is where somebody would sit and just watch you drive, or just sit and look through the windows with the wind rushing through their hair, possibly through the hatch, possibly through the window. But great view all round, really comfortable looking seat. There we go. We've got a footrest here as well. So I think it's more like an armchair really than a first mate's chair. And as we come into the boat, thinking about safety, we come into the boat, we can grab hold of the handle here, takes us all the way forwards here, we can transfer to here, we can transfer to here or here, so always something to hold on to. Again, very well thought out. I mentioned the lovely wide companionway here, which just gives us that feeling of space. But when we get to the helm section here, we've got a twin bench seat, which, as you know, does this and moves backwards and forwards. Very nice, gives us that extra space around the table, etc. And if I just take a seat with you and see what we have. So at the front we have the lovely screen. We've got a great all-round view, so we can see what's going along all the way around us. So rule 5 of the coal regs: keep observing everywhere all the time. We can do that on this boat. Over here we've got the port and starboard engine instrumentation, we've got the rudder angle indication, we've got fuel and water tanks indication. I think we have the compass in the middle, a little nav station here if you still want to stick a paper chart under there. Under the white cover there we have radar, under here we have autopilot, and we've got the electrical switchgear, port and starboard throttles. An older Raymarine chart unit here still works, but we have a modern one fitted as well, so we've got backup if we need it. Nice flat screen Garmin unit there, everybody. Stereo, VHF radio, and engine stop here. What more could you ask for on a boat like this? All in its place, all easily visible from the helm, and all get-attable if we need to. Absolutely lovely. So, little wipe from me, there we go, and we'll just pick you up and we'll take you down below. So as you go down below, you might see the companionway is really nice and wide, very nice and easy to get down to. I'll just place you on the table there, and as you can see, the woodwork down here is delectable. It is absolutely everywhere. So that's with the companionway closed. We've still got light coming in there through the plexiglass, but we can hook that back out of the way, no problem. Really solid and reassuring feeling. 3 steps down, you're in here. Good carpet, good upholstery, amazing wood, I keep saying, sorry, and good head height down here, well over 6 feet. Does come down, and as a coach roof goes down at the front, but you would only be sitting or sleeping here. This area here, we're U-shaped. We have storage underneath. The table drops down. We have an infill in there, I'll show you in a moment, and this makes it into one giant double bed. How exciting. Lovely upholstery, curtains that match absolutely everywhere, a hatch up to the foredeck, light and air in. We have a cover for the hatch on the outside to black her out and to protect the interior, and also we have a blind that pulls across that matches the curtains. Very important. Headlining looks good. Upstairs it's bare gel coat or mould up there, which is great because it'll just wipe if you need to. Down here we've got the foam backed leatherette that looks in fine condition to me. Nothing needs doing, I don't think. We have opening windows down here, shelves at the back. I mentioned the coordinated curtains. Great upholstery all over the place. Really nice place to be, I think. Okay, lovely. So I'll just pick you up again and I'll balance you here. You may fall over. If you do, I apologise. Let's be really, really careful. I won't move too much. So you can see you're in the after sleeping area. You'd be sleeping athwartships, feet that end. Here's the infill for the saloon area that way to give you the double bed. Quite low here, but you would be sleeping in here. So it's a crawl through this aperture. We have a privacy curtain here, and I think you could probably lie against the starboard side of the boat there, and this area here might give you access to actually be able to sit up and read close to that window there. All very good. And just to finish off with, at the front of this area, really big lobby here, by the way, plenty of room. And up here we've got a clock and barometer and a clinometer, not an inclinometer as everybody thinks, back to the old naval days. But we have a lockable cupboard here, a couple of shelves in there, big shelf on top of here, fiddled, something to grab hold of here. Grab hold of the table, all feels really nice and solid. We have grab handles this side of the companionway too. Nice big hanging locker here. You won't be able to see it from where you are, but it is big. A cupboard above, and that is about it, ladies and gentlemen. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Great wood, great upholstery, great light, great room. I'll just pick you up before we finish off, and generally I think an absolutely lovely place to be. So if you like this boat, or if you like boat tours, just go to Boatshed Yacht Brokers on YouTube. You'll find dozens and dozens more virtual reality tours of boats, from the smallest tiniest fishing boats on the south coast to the biggest whacking great big most expensive gin palace you can possibly get. But other than that, thank you for coming along. Always nice to see you here, and we hope to see you again soon. Take care.